Hi, welcome back. This video is brought to you by a comment from Deadrocks. We were talking in the comment section on one of my old videos, and Deadrocks asked about some of the plugins that I have installed into Moai 3D. And if you notice at the bottom of the screen, I have a couple additional buttons that I didn't talk about in previous tutorials. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to show you where you can get plugins, lots of different ones you can try, how to install them. But the most important thing about this video is the number one plugin that I like to use, and that is called Object Library. What pops up here are different models that I've created previously inside of Moai 3D. By saving them to the object library, I get this little thumbnail and I can give it a name so I am reminded of what that model is. And when I'm working in a new model, at any time I can click on these and import them directly into the scene. This is excellent for several things. A kitbash library. You can make a bunch of parts that you use frequently or that help add a certain aesthetic to the design that you like and store them here and quickly import them into your model. What's really cool is when you go to import one of these models, check this out. It snaps to the normal face of the surface, like that. So it makes it really easy to add details in that you've previously made. I don't have to go in here and spend a bunch of time. Just boom, pop it in, no problem. What's also interesting is notice how the screw has some depth to it that's been inserted inside the cube. If I run a boolean merge, see, just like our boolean tools that we've used in the past, you know, maybe I don't want the screw, I just want this relief. So you might design objects whose purpose is simply to be used as a boolean tool. All that detail that was previously modeled can just be used to punch into a new design and add detail quickly. You can get very creative with this. The other thing is you can have complete parts and pieces that you've already made, and they can be separate solids. It doesn't have to be one single solid. This is a massive time saver again, and when you're in that creative mode, you can build on work that you've already done, and that can help you get right into the thing you're trying to make. You know, if I'm trying to make a really cool vehicle, do I want to spend a bunch of time making this piston every time? Probably not. You know, I'm working on the design, but I can grab it, drop it in, and keep moving. Okay, so how do you get this awesome tool inside of your copy of Moai 3D? You just head over to this website. Link is inside the description of this video. What you're looking for is this custom UI script project created by Max. If you follow this link and you're not seeing what you're seeing in this video, that's probably because, look up here in the top right, there's a whole bunch of posts on this thread. So if you make sure you come over and click on 1 to 20, that's going to put you on the original post made by Max. And if you scroll down, you will see right here a link to download. Alright, so once you've downloaded the custom UI zip folder, that's what I have here on the right hand side. Inside, you have 3 folders. On this window on the left, you want to navigate on your hard drive to Moai, open it up, and then inside the UI folder, let's open that, and open this UI folder. Just drag and drop these two over. Now, I've already done that, so see, I've already got a custom UI folder. And the command bar just gets updated. Alright, and then back to your Moai 3.0 folder. You just drag and drop these two right here. So once you've done that, you can open up Moai and you'll see the additions added to the software. How do you add an object to your object library? Say I want to take this thing and I've made it and I think, oh, this is just the most awesome thing in the world. I really need this box with a dent in it in my life. I'm going to save it to my object library. Okay, so all you do is you select the solid, you click on object library, hover your mouse over the text, and a plus sign will appear. Click the plus. A dialog comes up that says, hey, give it a name. And I'm going to call this dent box. Say OK. Now when I go back down the object library, absolutely nothing happens. Oh no, it's broken. No, it's not broken. So I wanted to show you the wrong way first. We did everything right. I didn't tell you any wrong steps. But because this script is trying to automatically save a file, create a thumbnail for you, and save it directly to the Moai 3.0 folders, if you're not running Moai with the proper permissions, it's not going to complete the command. So you just have to close Moai down. Sorry, dented box, you don't get to stay. Okay, so this time when we open it up, I'm going to right click and say run as administrator. Now when Moai 3.0 pops up and we try to save something, it should work. So let's try it. Let's make an amazing box of goodness that, yeah, I don't want a box with a dent. I want a regular box. So I'm going to take this box, click on Object Library, click on the plus and say, this is a box. Okay, now when I go back to my object library, there it is. This is a box. Notice the thumbnail that was automatically created is the view that you were looking at. Depending on the part you're making, you know, move your view to something that's makes sense. And now, just like any of these other pieces, whenever I go click on it, it's going to snap in. Here's something important to note. Do you notice how the snapping point is on the corner of this box? You know, maybe that's not what you want. So a little bit of pre-planning can help you out a lot here. All right, so the reason why that's on a corner, let's go to all of our views, is because the box is on the corner of the origin. See these slightly darker lines? That's our 0, 0 point, our center of the modeling space. What you want to make sure to do is position this model. Make sure you position it exactly where you want, respective of the origin point. Well, I'll just put it directly in the center and check all your views. All right, so if I save this one now, find the flattering view that we want, click on it, object library, plus sign. This is also a box. Okay, now when I go back to object library, there it is. This is also a box with our different angled thumbnail. When I click on this, notice that our snap point is in the center. See? If I snap it on there, cool. That's how you do it. All right, now the rest of this stuff is cool. You can mess around with it. The object library is what I'm spending the time on this video in because I think it's the coolest feature, but you can play around with different options. Snapshot will take a screenshot and save it to a folder inside of Moai, which was, if you remember back to our install folder, that's what this folder was, snapshots. So it's a quick way to just grab a screenshot of what you're working on and you know where it's going to be saved. Horizontal center, top, bottom, vertical center, left and right. These are simply alignment tools and you can experiment with those. Oh, the last thing I'll tell you, if you want to get rid of these, so say you made these, I really don't want this as a box inside my object library. Well, that's as simple as just going back to your folders and you go to your objects folder and you'll see that the Moai 3D model is saved along with a PNG, which is the thumbnail. If I open that up, so you can see that's the little thumbnail that's created for each one of these object library elements that you put in here. So all you have to do is go down to this is also a box and this is a box, select them, delete them. And then when you go back in, they're gone. All right, that's how you get object library. That's how you get these custom UI plugins. Big shout out to Max. And I also recommend that you come back over to this moai3d.com and poke around the forums a little bit. You know, you can click on forums, you can click on resources. You'll find a lot of other good stuff made by some really talented people. If you got something out of this video, you know what to do. Be good to each other. Go tell somebody something nice, huh? You know, this world is tough enough. Come on. If you have anything that you'd like to see covered, leave a comment. Let's chat. Maybe it'll become a video. All right, take care.